So, coming from Reuters, ASML denies selling EUV chip-making tool to China after report of U.S. concern. So the Trump administration is very concerned about the progress that China is making in their AI development, right? Basically, we cannot understand what is going on. First, we told the Chinaman, first we said to the Chinaman, look, your civilization has gone far enough, you gotta stop. And then for some reason, don't know why, they didn't stop. They kept moving forward. And so we said, okay, well, as the adults in the room, as the parents of the entire world, right? We went from in the 1990s, we were the police of the world. In the 2020s, we're the parents of the world. So as the parents of the world, we're gonna just have to punish you so you understand what you're doing. And so that's when we started restricting all kinds of stuff for China to be able to have access to. So then that would stop them from progressing as a society. And surprisingly enough, shocking to anybody who's not paying attention, they just keep moving the ball forward, right? I've talked about this with Huawei has the AI accelerators that they're deploying. DeepSeek obviously has models. Lots of companies over there have models. There's this whole thing for the AI and the GPUs with this logic folding, this way of creating processors in an entirely different way. And so what we're seeing is that China is pushing the ball forward, right? It's slower than it would have been, but they keep pushing that ball forward. And it looks like Huawei might be trying to break into the Latin American market, within the next couple of years with their AI stack. And very soon, it's going to be a real question for people around the world. Do you build on the Chinese AI stack or do you build on the American stack, right? If you deal with the Chinese AI stack, you have to swipe a credit card. If you deal with the American AI stack, oh, well, here's 500 documents that you have to sign. Make sure you get us an approved audit. Let's verify that you've never said anything on social media that might make Trump cry. And then if we believe you're pure enough, then we'll allow you to buy our products at, double the rate of everybody else. So it's like, well, you could either swipe a credit card and buy from them, or you could go through a purity test with these guys. As I've said many times in the past, what strategy do you think is going to win there? So anyways, right, China is pushing forward. Yeah. Like, there's no surprise here. I think about this with Ed Zitron. I think his name is Ed Zitron. Anyways, Ed Zitron just got the financials for OpenAI. Right, you got the very specific financials for OpenAI, and it was a big thing on the news day. And I talked about it, being rather a bit of a nothing burger. And people are mad at me. But he's giving us the actual numbers. And I'm like, look, so OpenAI, we know completely, I don't have to get this from anybody. OpenAI is saying it. Theoretically, an $850 billion valuation. Apparently, they got about $150 billion in investment for that $850 billion valuation. We know that they are not profitable, never been profitable. So even with ARR that's getting into tens of billions of dollars, they're still not profitable. So they need to build things out. As they're bringing in revenue, they're still not tens of billions of dollars. They're still not revenue, which means they're burning even more money than the revenue coming in. Ergo, they're burning a lot of money. I mean, we can look at the specifics, some of the specifics slightly on exactly where they're burning money. But here's the thing, whether they're burning $35 billion a year or whether they're burning $48 billion a year, like, we knew yesterday that they were burning cash by the dumpster full. We just now know it's a dumpster plus a garbage bag full. It's a bit of a, as I've said, a nothing burger. Like, okay, yeah, just got the specific numbers, right? One of the things I think about when I think about with what's going on with China right now is we may not know the specific numbers. We don't know exactly how many AI accelerators Huawei is putting out. We don't know exactly where DeepSeek is with their next model. We don't know exactly what the sales process is with Latin America or whatever else, but we know it's moving forward. We know Huawei was restricted from getting chips back 6, 7 years ago, and we know they created their own smartphone chip. We know that they were restricted from getting an operating system, and we know now that their operating system that they created is now in 1.3 billion devices, right? Basically, we might not know the specifics, but we know where everything is going. But that's the thing. If you pay attention, if you care, it's all there for you to read. It's all there for you to read about OpenAI burning money, and it's all there for you to read to see China's steady progression with the AI stack, and frankly, with many other technologies. But the problem we have with the American government is they're old. They be old. You can only pay attention to things if, in fact, you are awake. And we have had a couple of presidential administrations at this point in time that have a really difficult time staying awake. And so, since they can't stay awake and they can't follow a bouncing ball anymore, because that's all it is. So I've been following the bouncing ball do this. And so I estimate it's going to be bouncing over here, right? But if they can't follow the bouncing ball, they're like, oh, how'd the ball get over there? It's like, well, the ball started bouncing there, and then it kept bouncing and bouncing and bouncing and bouncing and bouncing until it got there, right? All they know is they were here, and they saw a ball, and then they fell asleep, and now the ball is over there. Oh, how did that happen? Anyways, and so I think what's going on right now with the Chinese progress, which makes complete and utter sense, is the American government is looking and going, how did this happen? Since we know it is a fact that Chinaman is inferior to us, right? They are not our equals, they are inferior, then they could not possibly be developing their own stack and moving things forward. Ergo, what that means is we have a traitor in our midst. And we are going down the path where the United States tries to destroy Western civilization because our government is so fucking psychotic and so unable to follow the basic premise of our Constitution, right? The idea, what Ben Franklin supposedly said, anybody who would trade liberty for security, deserves neither. And we're going down there because we're scared of the how is their civilization progressing? If their civilization progresses, will be destroyed for some reason, and therefore we've got to stop them. And obviously, they're not pushing their civilization forward because they're inferior, right? They're inferior. So what that means is our companies are being traitorous. And so then we've got to punish our companies. And again, think about this when we think about the AI war and the AI stack. So as China is consistently pushing their ball forward and building their AI stack and getting ever closer to deploying it globally, what we're seeing here in the United States is ever more our AI companies are literally being punished by the cowards of the Trump administration. Right? So we're this isn't a Tanya Harding thing. We're kneecapping ourselves. We are shooting ourselves in the foot at the exact same time they're accelerating. As I've said many times before, how do you think this is gonna end? Right? And so that's where with this, right? So ASML creates these, what are called lithography machines. So lithography machines are what burn the wafers. The wafers get turned into CPUs, GPUs, that type of thing, silicon when we talk about it. And so the highest version of these machines are these EUV machines. And so basically the concept is, since China is obviously inferior to the Western world, if they're able to produce this ever higher, quality technology, that means our companies are traitorous to us. Chip equipment maker ASML said on Friday it had never shipped an extreme ultraviolet lithography machine to China after a report that U.S. officials were concerned one of the company's most advanced tools may have reached the country. Quote, ASML has never shipped an EUV machine to China, nor have we shipped to China any component, module, or equipment specially designed to be used as an EUV machine, the chipmaker told Reuters in an email. Bloomberg News earlier reported that U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick had raised concerns that ASML's extreme ultraviolet lithography, or EUV machines, may have reached China in violation of U.S.-led export restrictions. And that's a big thing to think about here, right? These rules and laws, right? If you violate our laws, you're a company in an entirely other country. You are a citizen of an entirely different country, right? You're selling products to an entirely different country. But if you violate the rules and regulations that we've put out there, right, we can throw you in prison damn near for the rest of your life. So think about this, with Lutnick coming out and saying that concerns have been raised, right, that is putting a spotlight onto ASML and saying, if you don't do anything, if you do something we don't like, we could punish you very, very hard. Let's see. Lutnick expressed the concerns to senior leaders of the Dutch company in a series of meetings. ASML said it has refuted allegations regarding non-compliance with export controls concerning China, adding that it has, quote, consistently adjusted its business to any development in export controls to comply to any new rules. ASML's most advanced EUV systems are roughly the size of a school bus and weigh 180 tons. So again, to be clear with these machines, they are the size of a school bus, weigh 180 tons, and cost $400 million. Quote, when it comes to the export of semiconductor manufacturing equipment, the Netherlands works with clear rules and control lists based on the European dual-use regulation and additional national measures, the Dutch Ministry of Foreign Affairs said in an emailed statement. And so it's going to be curious to see what happens with this kind of thing, especially with, with these AI companies, whether it's Anthropic, right? The Trump administration punishing Anthropic because Anthropic made the little boy cry, right? So that's why Anthropic is getting punished now, right? As China continues to develop their AI technology. What have we heard from the Trump administration? What have we heard about Trump, right? If you hit him, he'll hit you twice as hard. That's what we know about Trump. Little baby brat, spoiled coward of a president basically knows how to hit things. And so if China keeps progressing, even after we told them to stop, even if we've tried to implement things to make them stop, then what is Trump going to do, right? Is Trump going to initiate the first national science fair to try to promote STEM and science education in the United States more? Is Trump going to pass a healthcare legislation for anybody who's starting a startup company that they can buy healthcare at a reasonable price? Right? Are we going to fully fund education or any number of things so that we can get back to a preeminent position in the world of technology? No. He's going to fucking cry and he's going to fucking hit things. And at a certain point in time, people are going to get tired of being hit. Right? Hitting out at ASML right now has to be one of the most obnoxiously stupid fucking things this administration has done in a long line of stupid things. But I don't know. It's gonna be curious to see where it goes, right? Because there has to be somebody to blame, right? It's not about how do we empower Americans. It is not how do we build better the foundations of our society. It's not sitting down and figuring out why Americans are lost in this civilization that's been created. No, it's never us. It's never fucking us. It's always got to be somebody else to blame. So anyways, and that'll be the interesting thing, like with Europe. What happens when they get fucking tired? What happens when they look at the American market and they look at the Chinese market and they're just like, you know what? We can give up the American market. China is growing rapidly. We can sell there. We can sell into other markets. It's not worth our fucking time to deal with you people anymore, right? Even when we follow your rules, even when we follow your idiotic, psychotic regulations, you are still so batshit crazy, right? You're still gonna lash out. So anyways, what do you think about this? What do you think about Lutnick coming out like a real man? And, saying, well, he thinks ASML is still selling equipment to China. At what point do the Europeans just get fucking tired of Americans? Like beyond that, like there's like the, oh, hee hee ha ha, Americans are annoying. What happens when they are just fucking done with this shit? What happens when the world is done with this shit? It's a question. It is a question. So what do you think about this? Put your thoughts down below. If you like these episodes, you want them on Spotify or on Apple Podcasts, link is down below. If you want to follow me on LinkedIn, there's a link down there too. With that, see y'all later.